In this video, we're going to discuss how the age of your home will affect your next remodeling project. Some of the beauty of an older home or a historical home is that they aren't perfect. Some of that's the charm of living in an old home. When you're remodeling, it's going to be really important that you get clear in your priorities. Ultimately, they're going to determine really what the full scope of work is. First of all, like settling. So a lot of times in older homes, you can have flooring that's uneven. We'll use floor leveling. So instead of just putting your new flooring down, you might need to put a leveler down and level the floor. So some other things you need to think about is your current infrastructure. So things like your electrical, your plumbing, and your HVAC. When you're going to remodel an older home, there may not be adequate electrical. When a kitchen was built in 1970 or 1920, the number of plugs required in that kitchen might have only been one, or there might have been no requirements. And so now today, when you go to remodel that kitchen, you're gonna have to bring those electrical deficiencies up to code. When you're redoing your plumbing, there could be issues with the drain lines. They could be made out of cast iron, and that cast iron may start to have some leaking going on. So it's not just putting in a new sink anymore. Now you have to upgrade all of the drain lines in the house. The last thing you want to do is finish your kitchen and then have a leak in another part of the house because you updated part of it but not the entire space. Both lead paint and asbestos are complications that you could run into when remodeling your home. In both cases, they can either be abated and taken out of the home, or you can encapsulate them, and as long as they're not disturbed, they're not going to make your home an unsafe place to be. When you're working in an older home, there's a lot of things in the code that have been updated. Most of the time, if you're working in the kitchen area and you're not doing anything to your staircase, you're not going to be required to bring that staircase up to code. But as soon as you start wanting to redo that staircase, all of a sudden now that could be considered part of the remodel, and the building department could require you potentially to upgrade that. If you're working in a newer home, most of the materials, like if you're matching a door or a trim, they're readily available. When you get into an older home, you're gonna get into custom trims that are not available, which is gonna ultimately drive up the cost of remodeling your home. Hopefully, I've been able to answer most of your questions, but if you're still curious and wanna learn more, check out our Learning Center. You'll be able to read articles that go into more detail about your upcoming projects. I'm Michael Flory with Custom Built. Thanks for watching.